What's going on, everybody? MightyMechanic here. Today we have a 97 Miata in the shop here, and we are going to be replacing the spark plugs and the wires. Now, this is going to be a pretty easy job. Shouldn't take us too long. You see, here's all your spark plugs. You got 4 plugs on the top here. You just pop these wires off, pop them off here, taking note of which one is which, and we'll install the new one. So, the reason we are replacing these is because, first of all, it needs to be replaced because it's been a long time. Second of all, this car has a hesitation. Now I'll show you when I crank it up here in a second. I'll let you hear it and give you an idea of what it sounds like. There's no check engine light, but if you're under about 2,000 RPMs and you blip the throttle, it'll kind of stumble a little bit, and then before it catches itself and continues on. Now if you lightly hit the throttle, it'll rev up just fine. So let me show you what I'm talking about real quick, and then we will jump in and get these replaced. Alright, so I've had it running for about 5 minutes. It'll only do it when it's just warmed up a little bit. So yours may or may not be the same, but on this one you have to warm it up. So I don't know if you see that or not, but when I hit the throttle, it'll kind of shake and kind of stumble for a minute before it catches on. See that there? Alright, so go ahead and start by popping off all your spark plugs, or your spark plug wires. So you just pull these out, and they should pull right out. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to leave these connected to the coil. I'm going to wait until I get my plugs out, and then when I get all my new plugs in, I'll take these off one at a time, so I can get them back in the right order. Okay, just like that. Okay, we got a 5/8 inch long socket and a 5-inch extension here. Reach in here, loosen those up. Alright, so once I get them all the way loosened, I'm going to use, you can use either a magnet or one of those grabber tools. I'll show you what I'm talking about here in a second. That'll reach down in there and grab them, because they're quite a ways down in there and it's kind of hard to get your hand down in there. Unless you have one of those special sockets that has the gripper inside. Okay, I got my handy grabber. I reach down in there, grab the top of those spark plugs and pull each one out. They're about due for replacement. I am using NGKs to go back in there. That's what came out, that's what's going back in. These cars like NGKs. Japanese cars, that's the best thing you can use for them. Okay, these are already gapped, so I'm going to use this thing to drop them. You don't want to bend that. So just set it down in there. I almost forgot to tell you, use the anti-seize on these, so you don't need a little bit. Just like that. A little bit of anti-seize, that'll help it, obviously, not get seized. Okay, you're going to sit them down in there, tighten them by hand, and you're going to take your ratchet, and you're going to tighten it, and get it to where it bottoms out, due to from a half to 2/3 of a turn. So you're going to start here, do about half turn to 2/3. You're good. Don't over tighten those. And now let's move on to the plug wires. I recommend getting the NGKs. Don't get the cheap ones. Okay, so I got them laid out here in order of length. I'm gonna use some of this dielectric grease on both ends. What I'm gonna do, take a little bit of this stuff, stick it right around in here, put a little bit in here, and that you're done. And then just remove those and snap the new ones in place. Okay, so next you're simply going to snap these down into place. Okay, installed. Number 3. Moment of truth. Wow. Well, I can tell it's idling a little better. Let's give it a second to warm up and we'll see if it does it. Well, boys, I think we fixed it. Alright, just took it for a spin. All the symptoms are gone. Back running good again. So if you have the same symptoms, that very well could be your problem. Anyway, if this video is helpful, please give it a like. Be sure to subscribe to see all my new videos in the future, and I will see y'all next time. Thank you so much for watching.